The most watched, the most trusted. Eyewitness News, everywhere you are. Time now for your forecast first on Eyewitness News, ABC 25.
It is a beautiful afternoon. We are live on the Owensboro Riverfront where Friday After 5 is kicking off. For the first time in over a year, we got a little sunshine out here. Temperatures in the low 80s, low humidity, and no chance of rain. It's going to be a perfect night. Current temperature is still in the lower 80s, and tonight's going to feel a lot like last night. We're going to fall into and through the 70s during the evening hours. Overnight lows will be down around 60 degrees. But a big late afternoon and evening about to get underway here live in Owensboro, and we'll have live coverage from Friday After 5 straight ahead on Eyewitness News Live at 5.
Live at 5. It's Friday, Tri-State, and summer is here.
A star-studded lineup of performers and a vast variety of food filled downtown Owensboro.
Following a year of pandemic cancellations, the slow return to normal kick-started tonight with a Riverfront Festival.
The Baja Men are ready. Are you? Eyewitness News live coverage of Friday After 5 starts right now.
Live from the ABC 25 studio, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Glad to have you with us tonight. Hope you're doing well. Hello, everyone. I'm Brad Bird.
And I'm Shelley Kirk. The weekend is here, and so is the start of 16 weeks of Friday After 5. After a break last year due to the pandemic, the annual street festival returns to the downtown Owensboro Riverfront. And with it comes the efforts to get things back to normal. Eyewitness News' Brandon Bartlett is live on the riverfront right outside the convention center and the main stage. Brandon?
Well, good afternoon, Brad and Shelley. Take a look at this. That is the main stage you mentioned right there, right out front of the Owensboro Convention Center. It is set and it is ready to go for the Baja Man to take the stage tonight at 8:30 here at the first Friday After 5 this year. It is the first since the pandemic canceled it last year. It's going to be a very big night. This event actually started back in 1997. I was here. I covered that event at the time. It started with 4 concerts and one stage. That one stage was in front of the River Park Center, and boy has it grown. It has now grown into a 16-week festival for really the entire tri-state to enjoy. Organizers tell Eyewitness News that this street fair hosts more than 70,000 visitors every year. 70,000. They never thought they would reach that number. No tickets are needed for any of the concerts here. Parking is free. Most everything down here is free except if you park at one of the public parking garages, or if you want something to eat, that might cost you a few bucks. It's going to be a big start to the season here, their 25th season here at Friday After 5. The Baja Men, as I said, will be taking the stage tonight at 8:30. But earlier today, they were taking some big bites from some local favorites. Eyewitness News' Mike Pickett is here now, and they were experiencing some Owensboro barbecue this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, Brandon, if you've ever been on vacation, sometimes you want to go on and experience what the locals will like to eat. I know I've done that before a few times in the past, but the Baja Men got the taste test of favorites. Well, 2 of the most recognizable restaurants here in the city. That's their favorite foods.
Chicken.
Chicken is my favorite.
But I love chicken too. We have fish and chicken bun.
Which one's going to be the best?
The Baja Men found out what ribs, mutton, and other things from Moonlight Barbecue and Old Hickory taste like after hearing about them, sitting down at the picnic table several hours before they take the stage.
I wanted to try the barbecue, and I would not have felt as though I was in Kentucky without trying the barbecue.
They got me on the ribs.
Friday After 5 organizers say they set up the taste test as a way for them to get to know the local cuisine. Band members say steak and other items are on their road menu on top of the fish and chicken some members prefer. After tasting what the 2 Owensboro restaurant titans had to offer, the Baja Men rendered their verdict.
They both tasted really good to me. I mean, I tried them all, and I was really amazed by the spiciness of, the flavors that burst in your mouth.
It's very hard to decide, and it's the reason for me saying that they were just that good.
Moonlight mac and cheese has a depth of flavor I think is superior. Also, their sauce is a bit more fun. However, Old Hickory melted in my mouth. The beef strip and the rib that I tasted, absolutely delicious.
event, one of the group members told us earlier they really like the ribs. And, of course, some of the other members of the Baja Men also told us that, it was a close call between the two restaurants of which one they liked. One was leaning one way, some leaning the other. But they were just glad to experience what the locals have been experiencing here for many years.
Yes, that we know our barbecue here in Owensboro. All right, Mike, thank you so much. And other than food, there's going to be a lot of entertainment down here tonight. There's actually 7 different venues set up all along the Owensboro riverfront. Tonight's schedule includes the Gaslight Boys. They are a 4-piece string band from Western Kentucky. They are playing right now. Rising country music singer Haley Payne performs at 6 o'clock. Then the headlining act tonight that you've been hearing about, the Baja Men, taking the stage at 8:30, followed by DJ Shay when the Baja Men finish. Well, Friday After 5 marks one of the biggest in-person events since the pandemic, and people are very, very excited. Let me tell you, they've been telling me that. They are excited to be out and about tonight. Eyewitness News' Noah Alatza has more on that.
After the year 2020 was, it's nice to be out and about.
The environment, the live music, the food trucks. Yeah, I think it's awesome that Owensboro does something like this to kind of bring the community out.
Just hours before the start of Friday After 5, you could find an ice cream cone or two.
Take a bite.
There is 2.
Friday After 5 was canceled last year during the pandemic.
Now that most people are getting vaccinated and, the numbers are going down, finally my kids are able to come down and enjoy the nice weather, the nice day.
For business owners like Luke Bowman, Friday After 5 is a chance to make up for last year's event by boosting revenue for his ice cream truck.
Friday After 5 has been great to us. We enjoy seeing everyone out here, all the kids, all the families, all the family fun.
Bowman began bringing ice cream to the Owensboro riverfront for the past 7 years, not including 2020.
Everyone knows that we are not going anywhere. We will not close. We never have planned on closing. We never will. Moving forward, we are trying to bring great things to this community.
And with that, great things are coming as Friday After 5 begins in Owensboro. Noah Alatza, Eyewitness News.
And if you come down here tonight, you might notice that the Ohio River is a little bit cleaner tonight. That's because a group spent the afternoon helping to clean up the river. The cleanup along the Ohio River here in Owensboro comes as the city kicks off Friday After 5 tonight. Environmental group Living Lands and Water was in town helping to clean up the river. They started at English Park. 20 employees and 5 work boats spent the afternoon picking up trash.
We try to recycle as much as we can, so all the batteries, tires, appliances, metal, scrap metal will go, and numerous amounts of plastic, and then some of it just goes to the landfill, but the majority of it will be recycled.
And those cleanup crews have made many stops in several different cities all across the Midwest. Veterans Boulevard has vendors set up, unique children's events, and other special appearances taking place right now in Smothers Park. Anyone under the age of 18 must be accompanied by someone over the age of 21. And Brad and Shelley, we are going to be down here all night long, as we said. There's a lot going on. The main event, as we've been saying all day, starts at 8:30 tonight, but there's a lot going on the riverfront right now. Everything kicks off at 5 o'clock right now with the vendors set up and some of the food booths, and the other stage way down on the other end from where I am at the River Park Center. And also coming up, we're going to learn more about a COVID vaccination clinic that is set up down here. If you need to get a COVID shot, there is a clinic down here at Owensboro Health. They're here to give you a shot. We're going to have more on that coming up here in just a few minutes. But for now, Brad and Shelley, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandon, and enjoy tonight. In other news that we are following tonight, in Evansville, police are still piecing together what happened last night after a fight in the middle of a street ends with 4 people shot. One witness reported hearing at least 10 shots on Riverside Drive near Shadewood Avenue last night. Police say someone escalated a fight with a baseball bat. And that's when the guns came out. Police say 4 people were shot, including the man who had the bat. Several people called 911 after seeing and hearing this all go down.
Shots fired. There's people out here. They've been out here fighting in the middle of the road, and somebody just drove by and shots fired. Somebody's been shot. They're trying to get him in the car right now.
Okay.
Police say they recovered the gun used during the shooting, but no criminal charges have been filed as of today.
It has been 9 years since the new Harmony Bridge connecting the Posey County community to Crossville, Illinois closed. But there's renewed hope for the bridge's return. Bridge Authority officials on both sides of the river say they plan to apply for a federal grant to cover the cost of refurbishing the bridge. This would allow cars, trucks, and even pedestrians to cross the bridge again. Local officials believe bringing the bridge back would be a boon for both states.
It would give us money to rebuild the bridge, restore the bridge, and open up that artery from one state to the next again, and promote economic development, promote ecology and sustainability. So we're very excited about this.
Officials say refurbishing the bridge would cost about $20 million. There's no timetable for that project just yet. Well, coming up on Eyewitness News at 5, the rush to get vaccines in more people. Now, a major university will require a vaccination to return to campus.
Plus, Friday after 5, that festival will feature COVID-19 vaccines. We'll have live coverage from Friday after 5 next, as we check on the festival forecast with Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
And then we just go from there. Normal tower camera, go from there. Well, yeah. Owensboro tower.
Get the highest rated local weather app from the App Store today. Now, from your weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Welcome back to Owensboro. We are in front of the convention center, and I'm on the main stage here. This is where the Baja Men will be performing at 8:30 this evening. So still kind of quiet here. But you know, Brad and Shelley, I've always wanted to be a meteorologist on TV since, well, middle school. But if I had to switch careers, this is what I would swap for, to be a musician in a rock band or the Baja Men, but just to be up on stage with people out there. And that's, of course, exactly what's going to be happening here in Owensboro. Friday after 5 is underway. And as we take a look at some of the weather, you can see that beautiful sunshine here. We've got just a few high, thin clouds. It's in the low 80s, low humidity. I mean, perfect weather. The last
Friday after 5 that we had was Labor Day of 2019. So it's been a long, long wait, and thank goodness the weather is cooperating. So let's take a look at the numbers from today because they're pretty good here for late May. Our high temperature made it into the low to mid 80s after overnight lows around 60 degrees. And as we take a live view of Smothers Park, that is our tower camera high atop the Hampton Inn. Looking down on the riverfront, the crowd is building. It's after 5 now, and the folks are pouring in. This is going to go all night long. Lots of different stages, great food and drink here, so just going to be a fabulous evening. As we check out live first warning Doppler radar, nothing going on, not expecting anything here locally until we get into later Tuesday at the earliest. All right, we'll head outside right now. Another live view for you as we check out the current conditions in Evansville, where we're still sitting in the low 80s, but look at the dew point. It's in the 50s, and that is just as nice a number as those lower 80s, because if we can keep the dew point below 60, that's comfortable humidity, and that's going to be the case all weekend long. Tri-state temperatures indicate about 80 to 85 across the area right now. We're going to fall into the 70s this evening. Our overnight lows may be a little cooler than last night, but very comfortable. Right around 60 degrees. All right, we'll check a storm tracker here and see what's going on. And we got some high, thin clouds moving through. A lot of moisture to our west. Showers and thunder showers moving northward up the Mississippi Valley. A plume of moisture coming off the Gulf of Mexico, but that's not impacting us. High pressure is drifting from the east into our area and will act as a block to all that moisture just in time for our weekend. So just perfect weather. And as we check out future tracker, bring it back into the tri-state here, we're just going to see some clouds moving through at times. Our future tracker model may be overdoing the clouds a little bit. I think we're looking at a partly cloudy sky all weekend. And each afternoon, the temperatures get a little warmer, so probably mid to upper 80s tomorrow. Sunday, upper 80s to maybe 90. And then Monday, probably right around 90. And then the pattern does begin to break down next week. And it looks like the next cold front will be moving through with a better chance of rain and thunder Wednesday of next week. So forecast for tonight, we'll keep it partly cloudy. We'll fall into and through the 70s this evening. Overnight lows will dip down to around 60. Then for tomorrow, partly cloudy. It'll be warm, not quite as windy as today. Highs in the mid to upper 80s across the area. And then as we head through the rest of the weekend, Sunday, we are looking at a partly cloudy sky, upper 80s to near 90 degrees. And then Monday, probably a decent shot at hitting our first 90-degree reading of the season. And as we head through the middle part of next week, as I mentioned, the pattern begins to slowly break down. A few showers and thunder showers possible later on Tuesday, and then scattered showers and thunder showers Wednesday as the front comes through. Right now, not seeing any kind of severe weather threat with that. That front may get hung up in the area, which could keep at least a chance for some rain and thunder going through Thursday and Friday of next week, which, of course, is leading into our Memorial Day weekend. We'll deal with that part of the forecast once we get into early next week. But this part of the forecast, Brad and Shelley, as far as this weekend is concerned, just about perfect to do anything outdoors. Of course, Friday after 5 here tonight in Owensboro. We got Funk in the City down at Haney's Corner in Evansville. Tomorrow, late morning through the afternoon hours, and lots of other activities. And probably the first weekend where we have zero weather concerns. Not too warm, not too cold, not too humid, and zero rain chances. And don't let the lack of people here deceive you. Again, we're on the main stage in front of the convention center here in Owensboro. The Baja Men take the stage at 8:30 this evening. We have other stages already underway out along the riverfront. Big night getting underway here on the Owensboro riverfront. Brad and Shelley.
All right, thanks a lot, Wayne. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 5, more live coverage from Friday after 5.
Including how festival goers can get a COVID-19 shot this year. That's all next, right here on Eyewitness News Live at 5.
before we figured out how this is going to go. All right, then. But hey, nice that you spent the check with us anyway. All right, take care. Bye.
Let's interview Mike.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do, so. Brandon, I'm going to get you over here a little bit more at that time. There you go. Mike, check.
Owensboro Health is partnering with Friday After 5 to offer a walk-in vaccine clinic. The availability began.
You're watching Eyewitness News at 5 on ABC 25 with Brad Bird, Shelley Kirk, and meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Well, Friday After 5 in Owensboro is a party to celebrate the start of summer, but there's still a global COVID pandemic to deal with.
Well, this year's festival will have a COVID vaccination clinic right on the site for the entire summer. Eyewitness News' Brandon Bartlett is live on the Owensboro Riverfront tonight as Friday After 5 gets underway. Brandon.
Well, Brad and Shelley, as you know, this festival is taking place right as the world is recovering from COVID-19. Thousands of tri-staters are getting vaccinated every day, and it's because of that that festivals like this are able to take place. Now, Owensboro Health is partnering with Friday After 5 to offer a walk-in vaccine clinic down here. The availability began at 5 o'clock. It goes until 6:30 tonight. The clinic is set up right now near the River Park Center, and this is a live look from the other end of the festival from where I am at the convention center. If you come down here, you'll see signs pointing you in the direction of that clinic. Owensboro Health has administered more than 80,000 vaccines in just the last 6 months. So if you are in need of a vaccine and want one, this is a great time to come down here and you can get one for free. Brad and Shelley.
All right, thanks a lot, Brandon. We will be talking to you. A COVID-19 vaccine will be required for Indiana University students, faculty, and staff starting this fall. The university says this requirement will allow them to lift most restrictions on masking and physical distancing. IU wants everyone to have their first dose by July 1st and be fully vaccinated by August 15th or when they return to campus. Exemptions will be limited, including medical exemptions and documented and significant religious exemptions.
Indiana is nearing a COVID vaccine milestone. The state will soon give out its 5 millionth dose. As of today, 4.9 million Hoosiers have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and nearly 2.4 million Hoosiers are fully vaccinated. Kentucky has vaccinated 44% of its population and will soon hit 2 million doses administered. More than 1 million Kentuckians age 50 and older are vaccinated. There are growing signs that the U.S. is turning a corner with COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths all going down.
But still, the mask debate rages on as the effort to get more Americans vaccinated is ramping up. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
The U.S. heading into summer 2021 with some good news. The CDC reporting the 7-day average of COVID cases at the lowest level in nearly a year, just below 30,000, an 18% drop from last week, with more than 126 million Americans now fully vaccinated.
As more and more people roll up their sleeves and get vaccinated, the number of cases and the level of community risk is decreasing.
And now a major effort to keep that going.
Get your shot for a shot to win.
Maryland giving away $40,000 each day for 40 days with a grand prize of $400,000 for those who get their shots. After states like Ohio got a 28% boost in vaccinations after its Vax-A-Million lottery. Dating apps like Tinder and Hinge even implementing features to encourage vaccinations and help people meet others who have gotten their shots. Still, questions about how long protection will last. Moderna Moderna suggesting booster shots may be necessary as early as September for the first groups of people vaccinated. But some experts say it's probably too soon.
At some point next year, many people will need a booster shot. I think it's very, very unlikely we're going to need it this year.
The CDC says those who are fully vaccinated can ditch face coverings in most cases. That new guidance causing tension. In Georgia, parents clashing over new mask guidelines at schools.
We should have the choice to unmask our children.
What I'm really looking at is how are they going to protect my 8-year-old who's not vaccinated?
The president of the United Federation of Teachers, who's hoping to have kids back to in-person learning come fall, tells ABC News teachers just want one set of very clear recommendations. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Heading out to Friday after 5 tonight, we'll have a final check on our forecast live from the Owensboro Riverfront. Next on Eyewitness News, live at 5.
They were eating at the Miller House and saw that. And,
by the time I got there.
I told him, I said, well, by the time our reporter got there, there's nothing there. So I don't know if they were serving a warrant and maybe putting that stuff on.
That's going to be
I think, well, yeah, sometimes.
You're killing the full screen. You guys got 20 seconds to final order, right? And they're killing full screens.
Was that?
Yeah. They was talking.
Well, I'm just going to say, a great night to come down to Friday after 5.
Yeah, and then if it's we're going to be the camera the whole time, you just hold the mic.
Yeah, I'll just. I mean, you toss back to them. And then.
Eyewitness News at 5 continues.
And Wayne, we couldn't ask for a better start to Friday after 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is perfect weather. We got some sun. Temperatures right now are in the low 80s. If you're coming down to the riverfront this evening, temperatures falling through the 70s. By 10 o'clock, we'll still be around 70, and you certainly don't need the umbrella. Perfect weather, Brad and Shelley. We'll be back with more live reports here from the Owensboro Friday after 5 tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
All right, thanks a lot, Wayne, and thank you, Brandon.
All right.
Thanks for watching Eyewitness News at 5.
World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.